Hi everyone, it's Lori. I'm so excited to be guest posting on Lori Whitlock's blog. Today I'm going to show you how I made this Be Happy card using SVG files from LoriWhitlock.com. This is really simple to do in Cricut Design Space, and her SVG files work terrific with the Cricut. So let's get started. The first thing we need to do is grab our files from LoriWhitlock.com. I have gone to her website and downloaded the following files. I'm going to go to Upload Images, Upload, Browse. I've saved them to my desktop. I have the Lori Whitlock 2 Nested Shapes, the Lori Whitlock 3 Bugs, the Lori Whitlock Mega Flower Collection, the Lori Whitlock Nested Scallop Circle, and the Lori Whitlock Square Center Step Card, School. You can use a variety of different files for this card. This is the one I chose. When you open Lori's files, you have several different options. She gives it to you in both JPEG, PNG, SVG files, and I just choose to use the SVG. Those work the best with Design Space. It's the least amount of work you need to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab this Lori Whitlock Square Center Step Card and the SVG file and hit Open. And you can tag it here if you'd like. I'm going to hit Save. Next thing I'm going to do is upload another image, browse. Let's go back to the desktop. And we got the card. Now I'm going to get the nested scallop circle. And again, I want the SVG file. Open. Save. Upload another image, browse. Back to my desktop. I'm going to grab the Mega Flower Collection. And there are several different options in here. Again, you want to look for the SVG file, but she's got them broken down by 3 different flowers each. And you can use any of them you want. I believe I used this one, the 03. Open. Save. Again, upload image, browse, back to my desktop. The 3 bugs, this is where my bee is. And the bee is bug number 3. Save. And one more time, upload image, browse, desktop, and the nested shapes. And we want the SVG. Open. Oh, actually that's not the one. I didn't end up using that one. I forgot about that, but I'll go ahead and leave that uploaded. Okay, so we need this file, this file, this file, and this file, and hit Insert Image. Okay, looks like we have quite a mess here, so let's zoom out a little bit so we can get this stuff out of our way. First thing we're going to deal with is the card file. So I'm going to select everything else, hopefully, here. No, I'm going to move it over to the side. All right, now, this card is an SVG file, so it comes in already sized. And if we look up here and we put this on the 20-inch line, we can see it is a 5.5-inch square card. And I'm just counting the grid lines up here, which is perfect. That's what we want. So we don't want to change the size of this, but we do have to do a little bit of work on this to make this work in Design Space. So the first thing we need to do is right-click on it and ungroup. Now, without doing anything or moving anything, let's select this card base and the score lines. And remember, in Design Space, you have to attach the score lines to keep them in place on top of this card. So let's look over in our Edit panel, or Layers panel, I'm sorry, and make sure we do have, there's the score lines and there is the card base. I just wanted to make sure they were both selected. And now we can either right click and click attach, or you can go over here in the layers panel and click attach. So let's attach. Okay, so now we know we can move this and we don't have to worry about those score lines getting misplaced. So there's our card base. Our card base is going to be white, so I'm going to change that to white. All right. Now, I'm not going to use the apples, so I'm going to delete those. All right, this is going to be yellow, so I'm going to click on it in the layers panel and turn that to yellow. That's going to set right here. Let's click on the card, let's hit arrange and move to back. That's going to be our very back layer. All right, so that's that. These pieces right here are also going to be yellow, so I'm going to click on those in the layers panel and turn it to yellow. And another trick you can do to do this a little bit faster is you can go over to the sync panel and you see this green layer right here. That's our green layer, and we want to drag that up to the yellow layer. So now that's that. We want the two smaller squares up to the yellow layer, and that will turn those yellow. So now all those are going to cut out the same. And these line up right here on the card when we put it together. And I'm actually going to cut those out of yellow pattern paper. The next layer we need goes right here. And in my card, I also made that the same color of yellow. I cut all those out in the same paper. Okay, and this layer right here, if you want to make another layer, you can. I thought about putting a white layer here, but I really wanted the blue to pop, so I just got rid of that layer. But that's totally up to you. The next layer we need is our scallop circles, and I'm going to hit arrange, move to front. I want to make sure these are on top. And we're going to need to right click, ungroup, and you can choose whichever ones you want. I chose this bigger one and I just made it a little bit smaller. If we look over in our edit panel, it is sized at 3.63 by 3.63, and there's no rhyme or reason to that. I just eyeballed it. Now this layer is blue on my card, so I'm going to go over to the layers panel and I'm going to turn that to blue. Okay, and then I just chose another one to go on top of it, and I just made it a little bit smaller. And again, I just eyeballed this. There's no rhyme or reason. And that one I made white. And then I picked one more, and I think we'll go with this one. It's got a little bit more of a scalloped edge. Made that just a little bit smaller. And that one is our blue. So again, we can go over to the sync panel and make sure we have the same color of blue. I'm going to drag this circle down to the blue. And as for the rest of these circles, we can delete those. We don't need those. All right, our next layer is our flowers. So here these are. And I made my flowers different colors. Let's go over to the layers panel. And something, if you guys don't know, you can grab this layers panel and move it down. And that way you have both the edit panel and the layers panel visible. You can also pull this over here while you're working, which I sometimes do. So here are my flowers. I'm going to right click, ungroup. And I have a flower that is pink. So I'm going to change this one to pink. And I kind of just set that right here. And you can arrange these any way you want. I have another flower that is green, and it's kind of a lime green. Just set that right over here. And again, just size them however looks good to you. I just kind of wanted them peeking out behind my bee. And then I have another flower that is orange. And we'll make this one a little bigger. And again, you can use any of the flowers in Lori's shop. That doesn't have to be this one. All right, we're getting there. Now we have our bee. We're going to go to Arrange, click on the bee, go to Arrange, move to Front, and now he's going to be on top of everything we're working on. And the first part you need, while it's selected, right-click, Ungroup. Let's grab the body of the bee, look at our Layers panel, click on it, and turn it white. So that's the base of the bee. And actually, let's back up a little bit. I'm going to select all this, right-click, group it back together, and I want to size this down just a little bit. Okay, now let's try that again. Ungroup. Okay, so here's our bee, and this layer right here needs to be yellow, and this is a bright yellow. This is going to be a different yellow than I used for this on the card. So I'm going to change this to, I'm just going to click down here in the yellow and get a brighter yellow. Just so that it's a different yellow than the other one. Okay, and then change that to yellow. And we need to Arrange, move to Front, and that's going to set right there. And then these eyes I didn't cut, I used googly eyes, so you can get rid of that. I actually did cut them, but I didn't end up using them. So if you want to cut those, go ahead. If not, like I said, I used the googly eyes. I thought that was really cute. This I changed to white, and if you go over to the sync panel, it's this item right here, and it doesn't have a fill in the middle of it, but I went ahead and dragged that up to the white layer. Okay, and then that's going to set on our bee. We need to Arrange, move to Front. That's going to set on our bee right there. And then we're going to glue our, again, we need to Arrange, move to Front, move to Front. You can also right click and move to Front. Okay, now we can move these. And there's our bee. And that's it. So we're going to send this to our mat. Let's hit go. See what we got. Okay, there's our black layer. If you want to move these anywhere on your mat to save paper, you can do that now. Here's our blue layer, and I would probably move this like this because I have scraps that are long. There's our green flower, orange, pink, pink and orange. There are yellow pieces, and again, I would probably save space here. Move this like this. That's my yellow pattern paper. There's my yellow bee. There's our card base and our other bee. So I'm going to cut this out, meet me in my craft room, and we'll put this together.